the number of $44 million for an architect is one of the great numbers in the history. In fact, I think this man is a genius, whoever he may be, wherever he may be in Italy. I think he's a great genius. I would like to meet him. He is without question the richest architect in the world. And I listened as one person said, I think they only got 500,000. Another person said, I think they got $1 million, and then changed their mind, and it was 7.8 million. And then I listened to Senator Sessions, who actually did his homework, said they got paid $27 million because you were able to check the books. So they got paid $27 million. They haven't done anything. They don't even have plans. Nobody even knows what they're building, and they got paid $27 million. Now, I have respect for a lot of people, and I have great respect for architects, but I'm going to give you an example. The tallest residential building in the world, my architect got paid approximately $1.5 million. This architect got $44 million. A building at 40 Wall Street, my architect got paid, believe me, peanuts, I think less than $1.5 million. In Chicago, where I'm building a building of 92 stories at the old Sun-Times site, 2.7 million square feet, which is more than the United Nations. If you add up all of the projects that they're talking about, it's larger, substantially larger. I'm spending $600 million, and they're saying they're going to spend $1.2 billion. So they're spending much more. And this is a 92-story building with brand new structure, brand new foundations. I'm building all the roads. Mayor Daley made me build roads around the building. I had no choice. Otherwise, if you know Mayor Daley, you're not going to build the building. And he's a great mayor, but he made me do that. So all of this is $600 million, and they're spending 1.2. Now, there is no way they're spending $1.2 billion, in my opinion, and based on what I've heard. When they've spent $27 million and terminated the architect, there's big trouble. Because I don't think they have a new architect. So if they don't have a new architect, who's going to do the plans? And who's going to do the bidding? Because in order to do a job, you have to have a complete set of plans and specs. If you don't have a complete, finished, over set of plans and specs, you have nothing to bid on. There's no way you can bid. The worst thing you can do, and you said you were in the home building business for a while, the worst thing you can do, as you know, is start a job without complete plans and specs, because the subcontractors will eat your lunch, right? So it's one of those things. So they don't even have an architect. They spent $27 million, and they don't have an architect. Now, I have asked on numerous occasions to go in, and I would help them. I would love to help them. I don't want any money. I want nothing. I've made a lot of money. I don't care. I want nothing. There are lots of different, somebody said, what would be your dream on this site? Well, my dream is a dream that won't happen, but it's a dream that I might tell you. It's a dream to take the United Nations, the senator over here is probably going to go crazy, move it to the World Trade Center as a brand new United Nations, sell the United Nations site, which is one of the greatest sites in the world, for much more money than the whole thing would cost, and you end up building a free United Nations at the World Trade Center, where I don't think anybody's going to want to stay anyway. I think it's going to be a very, very hard rent-up at the World Trade Center. But let's assume that's not going to happen. Not a bad idea, though.
He's got no problem with it.
Not too bad. He's got no problem. Most people don't have it.
Kofi Annan on the top floor.
Okay, I won't get into it. I didn't say that. But the fact is that the United Nations building, with all of its buildings, with its parking, should be completed, and I mean completed, at a cost of $700 million. And it's my opinion that it will not be completed for less than $3 to $3.5 billion. They don't know what they're getting into. And please remember this, as somebody that's probably built as much as anybody my age anywhere, I don't know of anybody that's built more, if you don't have a complete set of plans and specifications, there is no way you can build. And from what I understand, they don't even have an architect. One final point. They give you some nice firms, Turner and this one and Theobald and Gardner and Theobald and all. The fact is that I can take those same firms and tell them the way I want it built, and those same firms will come up with prices that are half the price that they're coming up with. They're being told what to do by people that don't know what they're doing. So if I take Turner Construction, which is fine, or if I take a couple of others, and by the way, when I say fine, fine, but Rolls-Royce, they spend money. But if I take a couple of those firms, and if I show them the right way to do it, and if I lead them down the right way, which is really what a good developer does, that number that they're coming up with will be cut in half. So that's it. Congratulations. You've got yourself a mess on your hands. And it's only going to get worse.
Mr. Trump.